Hi, John. Okay, so this is just to give you an idea of what my vision is, and to give you a little bit of my history, and so you can see where I'm coming from. So I started in the insurance business in 2008, and I worked with Aflac. They actually were the ones that recruited me. I have several friends there, and I still have, I still sell once in a while with Aflac, but they're not my main agency, of course. So after several months, I decided to go into the final expense, and I've been in final expense since then with senior citizens. It's a wonderful. I love um, that part of the industry. I love seniors and helping them and the whole thing. So, and I'm independent, so I represent some of these companies and some others too. So I mainly do Transamerica and MetLife, depending on the case that I am. And I also, take care of people that um, are younger, but mainly in the senior market. So, and then, after a while, I realized in a couple of years after I started, realized that I was leaving a lot of money on the table, and I decided to jump into the Medicare market. So, because of course, when you're working on final expense, your clients are basically the same. Um, so you can do, there's a lot of opportunities to cross sell. So, like I would do direct mail, and that has been my main source of leads, direct mail. And but I'm really good at saving and managing businesses that I was able to handle the big investments in for direct mail. So basically, you have to spend about $2,000, $1,500, $2,000 every month to make about between 100 and 120,000 a year. Um, so yes, it is a big investment, but it's totally worth it. But yeah, I mean, once and I love Medicare too. So, but yeah, once I started thinking about growing an agency, I felt like in 2018, I felt like, hey, I'm really good at this. I'm actually, a teacher, and I love the process of teaching people. I felt like I could really enjoy growing an agency and helping other agents to basically reproduce what I was doing. But, it has been challenging to grow exponentially. Um, it has been challenging, and this is why I kind of like to give you an idea how I see things. Um, so, I decided that Medicare was going to be the best product to growth, just because the commissions are amazing. The renewals are amazing, and that's why I have been able to support myself during this time since 2018. Yes, I have produced. Um, I'm still a producer, but I have been, getting my renewals I built, my renewals. So I have been able to get income even when I've been studying marketing, learning things. So anyways, so I decided that my best um, way to grow was through the Medicare. And of course, I would, I have taught my agents that they have to work final expense as well in the beginning. And then, once you're established, and then once you have money to spend in marketing or leads, then you should focus more on Medicare. But anyways, that okay, so I decided to basically work with several mentors. I've always believed that when I'm doing something or creating um, or getting into a world where I'm not familiar with, because it's completely different being a producer than being an agency owner. So I have partnered with several people. These are some of them, wonderful people, and basically I have functioning like as an IMO. These are FMOs. This is Chris. He is actually David Dufour. You probably seen him uh, on YouTube. He's all over the internet. And Nick is wonderful too. Eric is wonderful too. They do a lot of Medicare businesses there, in my opinion, the best of the best. So I have followed them. I have bought their trainings. But yeah, I mean, the model that they follow is basically the traditional model, which is you get licensed, so you go through licensing, you're a new agent, you go through licensing, you go through contracting, and then you go through training. Training is a long process because Medicare is it requires a lot of training and certifications, passing tests. I mean, in other words, whoever gets to pass the training process, they're really good people. They're solid people. They are. So that's one of the reasons why I love Medicare, because you're dealing with professionals. You're dealing with people that like to study. so so it's a lot easier to deal with people that are on the Medicare side, because they are normally, and like you said, they're very good clients, they're very good agents. But anyways, when we after the training of when it's time to produce, then guess what? You have to have a certain amount of money to produce your own marketing or follow the methods that these guys teach. I mean, like this guy, he teaches how to use um, call centers in other countries, and that makes it a little bit cheaper, but it is a long process, and again, it's not really easy to reproduce. So very, very what's the word? It's not easy, in other words. So, and it's not cheap. With David, I'm actually having a conversation with him tomorrow. I want to see what he's doing on the marketing side of the Medicare, because he does mainly more final expense. So I want to kind of like see what he's doing on the Medicare marketing. And Nick and Eric, Nick is extremely traditional, so we learn a lot of traditional methods, but nothing like you guys are doing. I mean, and Eric's a little bit more modern, but he has his own agency, so to be able to learn from him, you have to give him your contracts, train with him, license with him, so you're kind of like part of his his group. And if you're not part of his group, then it's really challenging to actually learn marketing. So kind of like, there's so many other challenges, but this was my main challenge, that I felt like I would just not get good success in the marketing with my agents, because I had no problem licensing, getting people to license, getting people to contract, getting people to train, to go through the training. But when it comes to marketing, I just didn't feel like all these guys had the best methods to help new agents that are extremely good at what they do, but they don't have the capital to spend $2,000 a month. You know what I mean? So that's where the vault appeared in my in my path, and I bought the whole thing. I spent like $4,000, and that totally worth it for me. I just wanted to learn, and I'm in the process of learning all this stuff. But in the process of learning, I learned that I should be probably not doing this by myself, because yes, I know a lot about the industry, but I don't know enough in the marketing side. I know how to produce, where to call, how to talk to marketers that sell the leads, but I've never really known happens behind the scene, behind the curtains, right? So anyway, so that's why I decided to buy the vault and get involved on learning how to become a marketer and do the actual marketing. So okay, so this is the way I see the growth strategy. This is what I see. Now you might have different ideas, and this is where you guys are way better than me on. I mean, I get leads from, I mean, talking about agents. I get agents from Texas Department of Insurance, that website. I get agents from Facebook. I get, when I'm recruiting agents, I go to Craigslist as well. I've had some success, and I still have agents that are working with me, but I haven't had the success that I have expected, that I want. So anyways, my two options now is, okay, so work with someone like you guys and have you guys help me with the leads and pay you to do all the work and keep on working with several agents, because of course when you're an IMO, when you're functioning as a trainer, you can't have multiple agents because you are guiding them and you're holding their hands, so you're functioning more like a mentor to them. And or that's my other option, and that's why I looked for you guys. So, and these strategies are coming to me while I'm taking the classes, the courses, the videos. I've been on those videos in the vault for about a month. So I'm thinking, what about if I could find someone like you guys and actually sell the marketing myself and not have to like, in a way, connect them with my agencies that I already know, that are good for agents that I know they will learn and they will be taken care of. I know a lot of agencies that are really good and a lot of agencies that are not. So I have enough experience to help agents figure out what to do on these three parts of the process of becoming a Medicare successful agent. I can connect them with them. So, and why not do, offer them the marketing, something like you guys do, but of course as a consultant, as like giving them more value, because I'm not just selling the marketing, I'm also helping them figure it out, where to go, what to do, how to navigate the independent world, right? So anyway, so I would love to be able to get to this point where I'm reproducing the success more or quicker, right? So this is the way I see the potential. When we're talking about Medicare, and let's just forget about the cross-selling opportunities, because there's always cross-selling opportunities. Seniors need life insurance, seniors need annuities, seniors need financial advice, So, but we're just talking about Medicare, because if you don't focus, then you don't make things happen. So anyways, I see it, well, the target is from 64 to 70. I don't know if you see it in a different way. I see their children also, targeting their children, and I see targeting the Hispanic market, which is very underserved. Spanish is my first language, so you could probably, already figure it out because of my accent. So I grew up in Mexico. I moved to the United States when I was 25 years old. So Hispanic market is my world. So, and I have multiple licenses in the states with a lot of Hispanic population, like Florida, like New Mexico, like California, like Texas, of course, and New Jersey, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, that's where I would like to grow, and that's where I see the potential. Means 10,000 seniors are turning 65 every single day. And we're still,